Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kanaya Rishandra, and today I will be presenting my research paper, which titled "The Prospect of FinTech to Enhance the Financial Inclusion of Young Muslims in Southeast Asia's Emerging Markets." So, as for the introduction, here I include the main points of this part of presentation for you to better understand the essence of the research background. So, as a start, finance is a crucial industry that supports various sectors, including manufacturing and services. Furthermore, globalization has led to the expansion of digital economy, hence making financial technology an influential driver in the industry. Digital finance has opened the door to economic inclusion, which is something that is not easily possible through conventional or traditional finance practices. We can see the positive result of digital finance as in developed countries like United States and Singapore. Digital finance has contributed to their GDPs by 7.4% and nearly 15% respectively in 2021 according to McCain and Naik. Moreover, the implementation of digital finance can also benefit emerging markets. According to McKinsey, with digital payments adoption, it can boost emerging markets' GDP by about 6%. Islamic finance, on the other hand, is a currently growing trend in the financial industry, offers Sharia compliant services catering to non Muslims seeking ethical finance practices. With a Muslim population of approximately 1.9 billion worldwide and the rapid expansion of ethical finance consumers, according to the World Bank, Islamic fintech presents an opportunity for the enhancement of financial inclusion. Moving on to the problem identification or statement of this research. So, the idea is derived from the future that will be filled and possibly led by the young generation itself. Thus, an appropriate level of financial inclusion is necessary, especially as the generation is often excluded from the financial industry due to maturity concerns. For that reason, the research question and objective has generated with the research question being, does the financial technology approach to Islamic finance potentially enhance the financial inclusion of young Muslims? And with the research of objective is to gain an overview of young Muslims in Southeast Asia's emerging markets, engagement levels with the financial technology, Islamic finance, and Islamic fintech. Furthermore, the data they produce from the initial objective can be used for further suggest a visible solution to improve financial inclusion. As for the literature review, here I include some of the main points I have in my research paper regarding the Indonesian and Malaysian condition, as it also used as the basis for the output of this research. One of the three is that according to Islam in Asia Diversity in Past and Present exhibition, Malaysia and Indonesia are two of the three countries in Southeast Asia that considered as the breeding grounds in terms of innovation for the current growing financial sectors, which is Islamic financial technology. Moving on to the methodology. For the methodology of this research, here I use quantitative methods using an online questionnaire survey as its data collection methods. As this research is narrowed on the young Muslims in Southeast Asia's emerging markets, I limit the respondents to the following. So the first one is the respondent should be minimum 18 years old. The second one is the respondent should be a Muslim, and the last one is the respondent should be a Malaysian or Indonesian nationality. Furthermore, the questionnaire is designed with a Likert scale model with a scale 1 to 5, consisting of 15 questions, with 5 questions being a background information and 10 being the survey questions. For the data analysis, here I use the descriptive analysis methods, which includes the data visualization that consists of a clear and concise elaboration of figures from the chosen data collected and descriptive statistics that involves the median of the chosen data that will project through a box plot. The utilization of descriptive analysis in this report aims to maximize the efficiency of interpreting and gathered data to a substantial dataset for this research. Enacting this particular method will facilitate this research by projecting patterns, trends, and possible relationship between the dataset and the objective of this research, which is this the specific segment of this research. Hence, the incorporation of data visualization and descriptive statistics in this process will lead to a comprehensive summary of the data sets that are to be presented in this report by providing a clear and concise information in the form of descriptive derived from the chosen data and figures. Lastly, the target of the quantitative approach is exclusive to the young Muslim age 18 to 23, which accounts to be 71 out of the 80 samples gathered. Hence, the data analysis process only 71 samples are to be examined. Moving on to the data result of this research, based on the data analysis that I use, I will first explain the results of data visualization. From the first bar chart, which measures the level of understanding of the respondents toward fintech, we can see that 54.8% had an above average level of understanding, while 43.1% had an average to low level. The overall level of understanding was considered to be moderate, with those with a good understanding being superior. Hence, the bar chart indicates that the respondents aged 18 to 23 have a decent level of understanding of financial technology. The second bar chart measured the familiarity level of the respondents by asking their knowledge of Islamic finance compliance, with one being unfamiliar and five representing more knowledge. The data visualization shows that 97.2% of the respondents acknowledge the prohibition of riba as Islamic finance compliance, with six of them have more advanced knowledge regarding Islamic finance compliance, and the remaining two respondents being unfamiliar with Islamic finance aspects. So the next one, these two bar charts measure the level of interest of the respondents in Islamic finance. A conclusion can be drawn from the first data visualization, which is the left one, that the level of interest of respondents aged 18 to 23 in using Islamic finance lies more in the middle and is more inclined to be in the unenthusiastic scale towards Islamic finance. Moreover, from the right side, or the further question in regards to the interest of respondents toward Islamic finance, it can be concluded that the majority of respondents who lack of interest in Islamic finance, however, have at least a basic understanding of the essence and can find financial services, but are not interested in using such services. So moving on to the descriptive statistic results. So the descriptive statistics are used to determine the possible engagement Islamic financial technology could have with a specific segment, which is respondent age 18 to 23, relying on their own perspective. So the box plot in this research show that respondents with a specific segment, which is age 18 to 23, are more likely to believe that Islamic financial technology will help their generation engage in financial inclusion. So a little bit about the box plot. The upper whisker represents the highest value in the dataset, while the third quartile separates the 25% of the data's maximum value from the rest. The median value is 4, which is in the Likert scale, meaning somewhat engaged, indicating a left skewed distribution. From there, we can see that the median value is more concentrated in the upper whisker, indicating a negative skewness, which suggests that the majority of respondents believe that Islamic financial technology will help their generation to enhance the level of financial inclusion. This positive results obviously response is constructive towards the research objective. So, to conclude, by integrating the outcomes from the literature review and the quantitative analysis, the objective of the research can be satisfied, as it is portrayed through the literature review that the current condition in Indonesia and Malaysia are appropriate to boost the financial inclusion of young Muslims through Islamic fintech. Backed by the data analysis results that suggest young Muslims in Indonesia and Malaysia have a decent financial technology understanding, along with a moderate acknowledgement of Islamic finance, followed by the fact that to some extent they are agree or are optimistic that the Islamic financial technology approach can facilitate the enhancement of their generation's financial inclusion in the future. Therefore, a conclusion can be drawn that the financial inclusion of young Muslims can be maximized through Islamic fintech by ensuring that the provisions offered, aside from those derived from Sharia based banking, align with the interest of the young Muslims. For instance, the flexibility provided by the financial services and added value such as lower cost fee. In addition to that, ensuring that young Muslims have an adequate level of financial literacy is as important as providing satisfactory services in enhancing financial technology in Islamic finance recognition among young Muslims, which as a result will help boost their financial inclusion and consequently support the economic growth of the country that implements it. Moving on to the recommendation, which is the last part of this presentation. So the recommendation for this research are includes these two, which are the first is adding additional question regarding the financial literacy level of the respondents, which may increase the reliability of the data and facilitate the data analysis process by providing sufficient data or evidence. And the second one is to incorporating a broader sample variables in terms of age, nationality, gender, and education level through a vast distribution and of the questionnaires or any form of data collection to hinder a concentrated data sample. So that's the end of my presentation. Thank you for your attention.